Hi. Okay, this is going to be important, but I'm not camera ready, so I'm not going to do a picture. But, so this is a twin flame message. I want you guys to be aware of something important that I've realized. And it's hard in the moment not to, because we have to always constantly be checking ourselves. We always have to worry about how we perceive every situation. We are constantly analyzing everything that he is doing, the divine masculine, because we want to people please him. And that is unhealthy. And what that shows, what we're showing spirit, is that we are willing to stay in that pattern. Okay, you're repeating a pattern with him when you wait for him. And you shouldn't be, because you're minimizing yourself. You're people pleasing. You should put yourself back out there. But getting to that point, being able to, being ready to, it's okay if it takes time for you to get there. For me personally, I've been on this healing journey for 4 years since he left. 9 years that we spent together, and we've had numerous people come between us trying to meddle. I had a man that was doing spell work on me and my whole family for like 35 years, still is. Still trying to do that, and that just makes things harder, okay? There's a lot of other people that have tried to meddle, people on his side and his family, and people that didn't like me, and then people that he cheated on me with to be with. So he and I were married, and he was talking to 2 other people behind my back, to which he lives with now. And me allowing this and still chasing him is telling spirit, because we're constantly manifesting, is sending a message to spirit that I'm okay with this, and I am not. So essentially I'm pulling cards, but I'm not camera ready. And what I'm getting is that we as a collective, the divine feminine, if you wait for him, you are repeating a pattern with him. And you get tired of him not taking action. You get tired of him like just waiting for him. Like he never wants to do anything. And what's hidden is that you're supposed to be detaching from that. Moving on from the loss. Moving on from the pattern that keeps you in an unhappy dynamic, like a family, an unhappy home, essentially. Like we shared a home. We built a home together. Like I bought this house. This wasn't the first house that we bought together, but this one is the one that we got married in, and other things. Like I've lived here the longest, that I've lived in other houses. I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable, but that man that was doing spell work on me was always trying to cause problems, so I would run to him to pay him for more spell work or more whatever. And we gave him a lot of money, like thousands of dollars over the course of 17 years total, me by myself, like 9 years or 10 years by myself, and then another 8 years, and then another 9 years with my twin flame with him. 333, your angels are always with you. I'm being called to Archangel Michael. Like when you think nobody's protecting you, your angels are there, your ancestors are there. So he is tied down. He is bound to this karmic, bound to his addictions, bound to his passions that he doesn't want to let go of. He thinks it's easier being like that, and he minimizes himself for the karmic. And essentially, you are allowing that energy by just allowing yourself to keep waiting for him subconsciously. Maybe you haven't closed the door to him energetically completely, but it's time to do that. It's time to really let go. And when you do, you're probably going to meet somebody else, and that's going to be your soulmate. And you're going to be happy. You're going to do things with that person, and it's going to feel like equal give and take. It's going to feel genuine. And when that happens, he's going to feel that energy. He's going to feel the loss of you. The polarity changes. And yeah, so then he starts chasing you. But regardless, that's not what we're seeking. Like, this isn't a game. Like, the divine feminine wants love, and we're tired of him not taking action. We're tired of him making us wait. We're tired of him partaking in his passions with karmic people that he doesn't even love. He does not love that person at all. They do not love each other. They don't even like each other. They just are together for superficial reasons: money, codependence on money, or sex. That's it. And that's gross. Imagine what they're doing when they're in bed. Like, would you allow that with somebody else? That is so disrespectful. It's disgusting to think about. Also, that imagine he's with another girl or another man or whatever, who would take it as it resonates. Because it's just the masculine polarity. It could be a masculine woman or a man, but regardless, gender is irrelevant, and so is your sexuality. Anyway, it's not suggested to wait for him. You have to be willing to let it go, knowing that when you move on, you're going to meet somebody else and you're going to be happy, and he's going to want you to start all over with him, and you're going to be left with a decision of, do you want to go backwards to somebody that just left you waiting forever while they had sex with other people because they wanted you chasing them because they're insecure and wanted validation and wanted to prove a point because they were cheating in the beginning because they wanted validation. He's still repeating that pattern, and he's showing to you what he's doing. He was seeking validation from a karmic because he's insecure, because he cheated because he's insecure and wanted that validation. So you were never enough for him because he wasn't enough for himself. He wasn't whole on his own. He wasn't content by himself. He has all those abandonment wounds that from childhood that he doesn't want to heal. Trauma from his childhood that he doesn't want to heal. He hasn't healed his inner child, which is why he seeks external validation and gets stuck in these patterns where he's overindulging. The same thing goes for you, but if you've healed, it's almost a test from spirit. Like, have you really healed? Why are you waiting for that person then? Why are you waiting for that person? Because he's doing the same thing and he's keeping you stuck in that pattern. So we don't do that. We don't do that. We stop the pattern. We stop the pattern here. Okay, so yeah. Stop the pattern, stop the pattern, stop the pattern. Stop the pattern and move on. Let me see if I can get one more card. You're neglecting yourself because you're hesitant to move on. And I got the Emperor at the top of the deck with the Ace of Cups underneath that, the full reverse on bottom of the deck. We're getting rid of the third party. Confirmation. Getting rid of the third party. He is the third party in your situation right now because he's neglectful and he doesn't want to let go of that person. Because if he really loved you, he'd break up with that person like he broke up with you to be with them. He'd break up with that person to be with you. He would let that person know, I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going home to my twin flame. But does he? No. He is tired. He doesn't take action and you're tired of it. So you were neglecting yourself by allowing this pattern to continue. And something my coach told me a long time ago, maybe I shouldn't say that, but he's going to come back at some point and you might be married to somebody else, and that's his fault for making you wait. Because he was people-pleasing a karmic, doing everything that karmic wanted, enslaved to his passions and his overindulging to be with that person instead of growing a pair, healing, changing, stopping the pattern, and coming home to you. And being true to his, because he still loves you. He loves you more than ever. He always will, because that's his soul. That's why you are his soul. That's why he's drawn to you and doesn't realize it, but he picks a void, picks something to fill the void, which is just overindulging in sex addictions, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever he's doing, repeating that pattern, throwing himself into his work and ignoring his intuition and his heart. He needs to open and align his heart chakra and all of his chakras, but his heart chakra mostly, So yeah, stop the pattern.